Welcome to our favorite racetrack. It's the Nürburgring GP. We're in the GT3 cars. We're doing 6 laps. This is going to be good. It's always good at Nürburgring. I qualified in 2nd place. Lights go green, off we go. Let's see what happens. For the moment, I'm just keeping in a straight line because of my lag. It's going to let any cars go around me who want to. Just so you know, I'm not going to fight you into turn 1. Nice, leave the guy plenty of room. Don't nudge me, don't nudge me. Gonna leave me some room on the inside as well, but once I've got the apex, I'm off. There we go, solidified my 3rd place. This guy's not gonna bother us anymore. I gotta get a good exit from here and get onto the other 2 guys. 6 laps to go, plenty of time, but I'd like to get to the front as soon as I can. So far so good, keeping it pretty tight so far, keeping the gap pretty tight. It's 0.6 to the car ahead of me. Car behind me is already 2nd behind. Everybody gets a little bit deep into the hairpin. We all lose time, but we all lose the same amount of time. Everyone's going to keep it flat through Michael Schumacher S. Nicely done. Oh, there's my loose rear end. Back end stepping out of me there when I got on the gas. The car didn't like it. So I thought I had more grip in the rear tires than that. So now I know. That means I'm not going to spin now because I saw what happens. Decent exit through the chicane. A little bit closer to the car in front, not by much. But that was lap 1. There's plenty of time to close the gap to this guy and then get on to the next guy. Try to take a good line through turn 1. It's so important, and I do. I think that's a pretty good line through there. Try to kiss the apex here and get back on the gas, upshift. There goes my rear end again. Well, my opponent goes deep into the left-hander. Puts him out of position for the right-hander. He goes off the track a little bit. He's sure to get a penalty for that, but that's not really what I'm worried about right now. I'd just like to get past him. I'm keeping it a lot tighter on the left-hander. I just can slip up the inside of the right-hander. Off I go. He's still right alongside me, but I've got the inside into the hairpin. I got the feeling I brake a little bit later than he does anyway. As long as I do get it braked, he gives me a tap, but I think we got him. Up into 2nd place now. I just realized who's ahead of me. It's Bacon Eater. He's faster than I am. So this might be the end of my race. I might have to settle for 2nd place. Still keeping it tight on the left-hander there because I'm getting challenged by someone. I don't know if he's crazy or not. So I'm keeping it tight and defensive and leaving room in case somebody doesn't make it. And I survived it that time. So as we come out of the last turn, Bacon Eater is about 2 seconds ahead of me. A little bit less, 1.8 you could say. So my job is to get that gap down smaller than it is. I need to start reducing that gap if I want to have any chance to win the race. 4 laps to go. Anything's possible, but if that gap is going up, that means I'm not going to catch him. If it's going down, it means I still got a chance. Bacon Eater running very wide and then braking very deep. He made it through. I would say he even made time on me there. Looked like he was crashing, but I think he's just made 2/10 on me right there. I'm gonna have to watch this again. Yeah, it's good to sit behind a driver who's faster than you and just watch his lines and watch his techniques. He went a lot wider into that right-hander than I do, and he came out of it further ahead of me. So this is my chance. If I can't catch him, at least learn from him. Still 9/10 behind him. I'm still not giving up. Still flat through the Michael Schumacher S. And if the gap was 8/10 before, well, it's only about 9/10 now. But I do pick up the throttle nice and early on that right-hander. As does my opponent. He's still 9/10 ahead of me. In fact, he's about to make it a second ahead of me. Another lap down. The gap is still the same, about 9/10 or so. That's half the race completed. That's the end of lap 3. There's 3 laps to go. Car behind me is 3.5 seconds behind. He's not going to factor in the rest of this race. It's just down to me and Bacon Eater ahead of me, 9/10 ahead of me. He does not take turn 1 well at all. I don't get a great exit, but he gets he doesn't take it well at all, and he's sideways again. It's nice to know at least that he's pushing. He's clearly faster than I am, but he's really on the ragged edge as well. That's why he's only like 2/10 ahead of me now. I don't know if I've got a chance to get past him anywhere, but as long as I stay right on his bumper, I'm going to try maybe up the inside here. I'm going to brake deep. Oh no, he was wise to that one. That's okay, I'm back on the gas. Got another chance if I can get up the inside into the hairpin. I'm going to stay wide to the left, and then I'm going to cut across. I'm going to leave room for him, that's fine. Again on the gas nice and early, I'm not letting him get away. We're both going to go flat through the Schumacher S. Are we going to crash? Boy, this is tight. I'm going to brake late. I'm really going to wait to get on the gas though, because I want to get a really good exit. He's not getting away from me, that's one thing for certain. I don't have a chance to get in this slipstream here up into the chicane, so I'm probably just going to stay right. Just take my good racing line and not hit him. Oh, that was ugly. Lucky we left room for each other there. That was never going to work. I basically cut the whole chicane, but we all survived to fight another day. That was the end of lap 4. 2 laps to go now. I'm a lot closer to Bacon Eater once we got that gap closed, but I'm not able to get past him, and I think he's probably just going to start pulling away from here. The reason we got close in the first place was because he made a couple of errors that we didn't make. As long as he doesn't make errors, though, I don't think I've got a chance of catching him. I'm going to hold it tight on the left-hander to get a good, nice line through the right-hander. I really feel like I'm fast, but he's just pulling away every corner. Brake deep again, get turned early, and back on the gas early. Oh, no, don't hit it. Oh, that's where I normally brake. That's my braking point. That's where I brake. And I would have been fine, but he cut across me. There was room for him. But anyway, I slowed down and waited for him. It was the right thing to do. It wouldn't be fair to overtake him like that. And I want to see if I can do it fair and square on the track. Once again, we're very tight and back on maximum attack mode. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We can be gentlemen racers and shake hands when we fall off the track, but now we're not falling off. Now I want to get you. I'm going to see if I can get him on the left, on the inside. No, he's covering that line, so I'm going to go on the right. He's sticking kind of right in the middle of the track. Oh, he did very well. He put me right off line there. Very good. Really good. He made about half a second on me, just getting me out of position there, getting himself into good position. I'm actually learning a lot from this guy watching this. I'm also learning what it's like to be a whole second behind somebody as you start the last lap. And I'm going to stay on him. I'm going to give it my best, but I have to rely on him making an error if I want to get past him. Still trying to get my good exit, still trying to push it. I think Baconita's kind of like backed off a little bit. He's not getting so close to the edge anymore. He's not on that ragged edge, which nearly cost him his first place. He seems to have calmed it right down once he realizes that I'm not really a threat to him in this race. I am still going to brake late into the hairpin. I'm going to, boom, right there is where I'm going to brake. Well, he braked differently last lap. Maybe he changed it because he didn't want to get dive bombed again. It wasn't a dive bomb. That's how I brake. What can I do? Anyway, somehow he's only 4/10 in front of me now. He's kind of lost half a second somewhere. I guess at that hairpin, just trying to watch out for my dive bomb that didn't come. Still not real. Oh, I got a pretty good exit out of the right-hander. Gap's down to 3/10, but there's only just a couple corners to go. If I can't get him on the inside of the chicane, I don't think I'm going to get him anywhere. Let's see what I can do. If I get a good line through here, if I get turned to get on the gas and get out of his way. He kind of sat on the apex there. I did have the run, but his car was in the... Okay, that was... Do you know what? I left room for him on the outside. In fact, he's still ahead of me anyway. I was on a good line. He turned into my line. I left room for him. But he took the victory anyway. That's fine. Very close in the end. I think the faster driver won. But it was a great race. Of course, it's always a great race because we're at Nürburgring GP.